I'm joined now by Naheed Nenshi, who served 3 terms as mayor of Calgary and is currently the leader of the Alberta NDP. Welcome, sir, and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
So you wrote an opinion piece that was published on the ctvnews.ca website this week with the headline, "The threat to our nation is very real." And in it, you discuss the rise of Alberta separatism. What are your concerns?
Well, I think the important thing to understand here is that this has been something that has been really encouraged by the provincial government and by Premier Danielle Smith. It's a cynical political move on her part. Her strategy here is very clear. She feels that if she can really light the fires of separatism and then get concessions from Ottawa, she can come back and say, see, I made Canada work. I'm Captain Canada. Don't vote yes in this referendum. It's very similar to what Prime Minister David Cameron did before Brexit, but we know how that ended. It takes a politician of great skill to pull that off, and it's deeply, deeply cynical. And the challenge is that you end up stoking resentment, which is what this government has really done. She changed the law to make it easier for the separation petition to go through. Other petitions now have to pay $25,000 to even start, but they didn't have to do that. The Forever Canada, pro-Canada petition that got about 500,000 signatures over the summer had a shorter period of time, and they had to collect more signatures to be active. These guys have a shorter period of time and fewer signatures. So the Premier is doing everything she can to make separatism a huge issue. It's a distraction from all the other things we're dealing with, like crisis in healthcare. But ultimately, it has the very real danger of pitting neighbor against neighbor, of making people really angry, of tearing the country apart, but also of having great economic harm, which is what we've seen with separatist movements everywhere else in the world.
There have been sentiments of Western alienation in Canada for quite some time, but just recently, the Premier of Alberta did sign that memorandum of understanding with Ottawa on the pipeline. We heard people in the report that we just played previously talking about their concerns about oil. With this new MOU with Ottawa, do you see any changes?
Well, we really need to see more export facilities get built, including pipelines. That is critical to the future of Canada. It's critical to the future of Alberta. We have to diversify our exports. But here's the thing. Conservative governments in Alberta and federally over the last many decades have built exactly 0 miles of pipeline to Tidewater. It's a convenient thing to pull out to get people riled up. But the only folks who actually got a pipeline built to Tidewater, the Trans Mountain expansion, was in fact the NDP government of Alberta under Rachel Notley. And so the difference between virtue signaling in this case and actually getting stuff done is pretty vast. And the MOU is an important first step, but it's not a win. It's a goal in the first period. And in order to get this done, we have to work well with the rest of the country and get these things in place because they're critical to the country. And we have a window of opportunity where majority opinion across the country in every province favors building these kinds of pipelines. So we can't squander that on political gamesmanship. We actually have to roll up our sleeves and get to work and get these things built.
And for anyone who would like to read more, your opinion piece is available on our website, ctvnews.ca. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you, Mr. Nenshi, for your time today.
Thanks very much. And to all Canadians, we live in the best place on earth, and let's make it even better.